is a gloomy Saturday morning. I've been up since 7, lurking on Instacart, looking for orders. There wasn't really ones that I would pick because A, they were too far, or it was just too many items for the pay. So I just, did stuff around the house, got myself together, made my tea. It is currently brewing. It's a little bit too hot. I don't want to burn my tongue, so I'm just gonna wait and let it cool a little bit. So I did turn on Grubhub and Ubereats, and Grubhub sent me an order that I'm currently on, and I'll show you the order and the pay. And then while I was headed to turn off Ubereats sent me an order to IHOP. Now, today I would have gone ahead and picked up that IHOP order if it was going in the direction I was going, but the IHOP would have sent me right, and the Grubhub is actually sending me left, so it was a no-go. So if you're not familiar with the Uber Eats platform, it's on top of everything. So when you get stuff, you got to be careful not to, and the thing about it, I think it should ring before it populates, because to let you know, get your hand off the screen. So again, another one I accidentally accepted and then had to cancel the delivery. Yeah. So I don't really know how Uber Eats views that, because I do that a lot, and it's only because they're on top of everything, and if I'm touching my screen, I'm not accepting that. So it should be an option to click accept and decline, not just tapping on the order, where it can identify if you really want to accept or decline an order before it actually accepts it. But yeah, that's not happening. So I'm gonna head to the restaurant to pick up this order, and then I'll let you know where I'm taking it to and what it consists of. Okay, so the customer only had about 3 items, and of course, like I said, I'll show you, and they're about 15 minutes away from the location. So I am headed that way, and I'll let you know what happens when I arrive. Simple drop off, easy to find a person's house. And I was so surprised this order was ready, because this restaurant usually is not ready, but I did get the confirmation from Grubhub that said it was ready for pickup, and I'll show you how that looks. Additionally, with this restaurant, I usually say order confirmed. That's the only notification I get from this restaurant up until I'm looking for the order itself. So I was glad that it was ready when I got there, and I can pick it up and keep it moving. So I'm going to turn back on Uber Eats. I'm going to look on Instacart. We're going to see what we can do. Papa do have to be to work at 11, so I am going to take a mini break so I can drop him off, because he works long shift today again. So I am going to use that to my advantage by getting out here and making that money. All right, you know how the deal is. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, I am back. I am headed to Sam's Club. There was an order that was like 3 items for $22, so I went ahead and grabbed that real quick. They do have a case of water, and the address looks as if I'm going to possibly an apartment. Hopefully it's not an apartment, or more so like apartment building. It may be just townhomes. And yeah, hopefully that's the case, because I don't want to walk up those stairs with no case of water. Not today. So we'll definitely see when we get there. So until next time, I am back. I'm headed to drop this stuff off to the customer. A few tips. Now, we all know when we come into these wholesale stores, nothing is immediately right there. So I usually do not click on the timer until I get into the first item that I'm actually going to scan, because by that time I'm in the area. That does cut down, because it can take close to a minute to get from the front of the store to the back of the store to pick up your items. So that's just my little tidbit. While I was in there, they had their I guess the auto cleaner. It's the robot that cleans the floor, because they don't need a person. Well, they have a person monitoring to make sure it doesn't go haywire. But it always amazes me, and I'll show you the footage of seeing it. I'm like, what the person at this monitoring this? But the guy, he came around, so he was there watching it. In addition, like I said, my customer only had 3 items. She's about 15 minutes away from the store, I would say. What I honestly have an issue with when I go into Sam's Club is when I scan, it always says that the item that I'm choosing is not the right item. We all know that in these wholesale stores like Sam's Club, Costco's, and BJ's, what are you doing? That it's not like a whole bunch of brands. Like, it's one brand of the item. So, for instance, if you need to get blueberries, I've never seen blueberries for 2 different companies. So, it's kind of like when I see the actual picture and it's not a generic, it doesn't say generic blueberries or something like, or just say blueberries, I feel like it causes the confusion, because customers think I'm getting this brand, this is the brand I like. No, ma'am, you're gonna get the brand that's in here this week. So I have an issue when I scan the water. I scan the water and it always says it's not the water. Now in Sam's Club, the Sam's Club mark, the members mark, it has 40 and 80. So I don't know how you can go wrong, but it always tells me that I'm not choosing the right one. So what I end up doing is I say I can't find it and then select the replacement. And then additionally what I do is I reach out to the customer. I let the customer know that, verify, is this the water that you want? Because it's in the cart. I don't want to take it out. And if so, and I'll tell them that I have an issue with scanning the water, but I just wanted to verify this item is correct. And I show that interaction, and I wait till they say yes, and I keep it pushing. And the reason is because now I have proof to say that I did not give you the wrong item, because I showed you exactly what I was giving you, because it was in the cart when I took the picture. But yeah, so I don't know if anybody else have that issue and what is their workaround for it, because it's a headache. But additionally, like, I don't shop at Costco's. I know there's been a lot of Instacart Costco controversy. I don't shop a lot at Costco, so I can't verify. I mostly shop at Sam's Club and BJ's, and so I never, like with the Sam's Club that I go to, I never see the card prior. And I say that all the time, like, I don't know where I seen this card. And so I looked all over, and I'll show you like different screenshots, and I'll blank out all of the sensitive information. But it's no card prior to. So what I usually do is tell the person at the door I'm Instacart, and I show them my screen so they know that I'm here to do Instacart. Then when I check out, it shows a card. Now the card has my government name on it and a number. Okay. Now the only difference is, like in BJ's, like I mostly do self checkout, and it probably would have did that, but I didn't do self checkout. I did I went to the cashier this time. And when BJ's, it says, hey, like my government name, and it congratulates me for being a member for X amount of years. And so, so I'm like, so I can understand where there's confusion, but I just don't understand how it can be confusion, because why would they assume you're using, like, your name is on the card, the customer name is not on the card, plus you cannot shop with someone else's card. So there's no, like, unless there's a unwritten rule between these two companies to say, hey, we're going to give this shopper a card, and no, we're going to attach this shopper name to this card, but it's your members card. I don't know, it's like confusing. So what I actually need to do is do some comparisons and hopefully pick up another Sam's Club at the same location and take a picture of the Sam's Club card and see if it's the same number. If it's the same number, it's my inclination that we are giving a Sam's Club card that only can be accessed when you access the Instacart. Now you may have Sam's Club on your own, like you purchase it, but that number will be different. So, and it's scanning the barcode for the number. So it's like, I just really have to do my own little investigating to understand how these two can be intertwined, unless they're actually being intertwined. Because but I just can't see it, because I have my BJ's card, and I don't carry my BJ's card. I have the app, and it's in the app, and I just have to look. So I did a whole bunch of rambling about nothing, but I hope it was something to give you some thought-provoking content, other than me just riding around. And so what I'm going to do is drop this customer's item off, and then I'm going to head home. I am going to eat breakfast. I am going to take my mini break. I'm going to wait for Papa to get ready for work. I am going to drop Papa off, and I'm going to head back out in these streets and try to get this money. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace. Hey, y'all. I'm back. It's been a while. I have been delivering, doing some things, but I was listening in on a Zoom call. My best friend's family does a Zoom call, and they discuss about gardening. All of them have, dived into that and growing their own food. And so she invited me to listen in, to glean. So that's what I was doing as I was delivering and eating Chick-fil-A. So I end up picking up another Sam's Club, and that's where I'm coming from, Sam's Club. And I did take a screenshot of the card, and it's the same exact number. Like I said, that I don't shop at Costco, so I can't do this experiment with that, because I have to drive far to go to Costco versus Sam's Club is up the road, BJ's is up the road. But like I said, that they have to, the shopper, give us a identifier to be able to shop in the store. So I'm not sure how these cars are swapping, and the car that you enter the Costco or the Sam's Club or the BJ's with is the car that you scan. So it wouldn't be any different card or using the customer's card. So I don't know what the debacle is, but Sam's Club is good on my end. I don't see any issues of mixing anything together. This was a heavy order. I will show you exactly what I got, as well as how much I'm expected to get paid. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of this, because we have to get to the customer real quick. They didn't have any boxes, so I hate to leave their stuff out there like that, but they don't have bags, and they didn't have any large boxes when it was time to check out. All right, until next time. Okay, I am back. This customer wanted some ice cream from Cold Stone. Cold Stone is in the Mick Mall. I started just to throw this back. But I went ahead and grabbed it because, one, I was near it. Two, I asked the officer, I was like, is these little, because now they have it where you can park in what they call the service court. And I haven't been to the big mall in such a long time, because I just don't plan on going, and I'm not going because it's lines galore. Each store has a line because they have to keep the attendance low. So with that being said, I don't see myself shopping in the mall no time soon at all. So this customer was about, I think, 10 minutes. I don't know. I try my best. I was like, package it up, wrap it up. I do everything you can to make this last the next 10 minutes, because this just can't be life. I just honestly believe this can't be life. Like, you should definitely consider where you actually are ordering from. Call them, ask them how they gonna wrap this stuff up and hand it to people. So that was the adventure I'm on and currently on. The one before, when the Sam's Club that I was discussing, when I get to their home, you pull up and they have a side door, but they want you to put everything on their front door porch. Y'all, you gotta be kidding me. They had those little pavers and some little rocks to lead up to that way. So I couldn't even use my cart. I'm saying to myself, like, what is wrong with this door that's literally I pulled up right next to that you have to make me do? I did like 5 trips to carry this stuff, and I took my time and I did a little hopscotch over the pavers. I was just let me go ahead and get this lady's chocolate devotion to her. And I have until 4 to pick up more orders if I choose, because I have to pick up Papa, and then we're going to switch off the car so I can have the rest of my day to myself. So if you don't see me again, you'll see me or hear from me in the next video. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. So I came from church, I turned on Ubereats, and I did get an order to go to Bojangles, which wasn't far from my church. And so when I got there, there was a line wrapped around the restaurant. So I first stayed in line to try to see if there was like any special instructions about delivery drivers. There was none there, and then I was trying to see if somebody was going in, and there was no one. And then I seen if there was a note on both doors. So I end up contacting Ubereats support because I had issues throughout the week where I canceled orders for excessive wait time, and I wasn't compensated until I threw a hissy fit. And so they were like, well, you have to wait to call us to get compensated. And I'm like, I shouldn't have to, because I'm telling you the reason why. It's not because I didn't, like, normally when I cancel Uber Eats, I said I just don't want to deliver it. I accepted it because it was accepted on a mistake. But in this case, it was going to be excessive wait time. So I did that prior to on an order for 5 Guys, where not excessive wait time, but I canceled it because the customer was tired of waiting for somebody to bring them his food or her food, can't remember, and they went and got it. But Uber Eats, they never alerted Uber Eats, so they kept sending drivers there. So I was the second driver. So I ended up calling Uber Eats, and when I called them, they called the restaurant to see, if there was any way that they be able to fulfill this and hand it to me. And they was like, no, they can fulfill the order, but there's no guarantee that they'll be able to hand it to me, which I'm not 100% sure why. Like I said, I don't know what the note said on the door. So with that being said, she went ahead and told me to cancel the order, and that's what I did. She, in turn, she said she was going to compensate me $3. So regardless if I cancel or they cancel, they're just going to compensate me $3. So why don't you automatically have that set up versus me having to call and waste time? So I end up closing out of Uber Eats, opening up, what is it? Oh, Instacart. And it's because first Instacart didn't have a lot of orders. That's why I went to Uber Eats. So I clicked on Instacart, and there was like 18 orders. And in the first batch that caught my eye was a 2-item order to the vitamin shop, and it was going for $22. And here it goes. Very easy. Everything was in the front of the store. It's never busy in there, so they were able to help me find the items because, I'm sorry, I'm listening to direction. I'm hoping I'm going the right way because I just passed the exit. But all in all, what's happening at this moment is I'm going to drop this order off. I'm so close to my stretch goal, so I'm going to work on trying to get that before a certain time so I can get home. My rest can have my Sunday to myself. And in the meantime, in between time, the next time you will definitely see me is when I tell you what I earned for the week. Y'all have a great Sunday, or whatever day you're watching this. Peace out. In order to find out what I earned For the week, let's first talk about what I earned in each platform. Starting with the platform I earned the least in, which was Ubereats, and it was for $44.53. That was for 3 trips. It does show the online time is 3 hours and 48 minutes. That includes the pickup, drop off, and idle time within the app itself. 100% of my customers did tip, so that was great. The breakdown is the net fare was $27.75 and the tips was $16.78 with a total earnings of $44.53. I did discuss that earlier in the week. I received the $3 payment for the order that was picked up by the customer, and additionally I did receive a $3 payment for the order that I had to cancel because the wait time was excessive. Next platform that I earned money in was Grubhub for a total of $146.61. That was broken down in the delivery pay of $79.82 and the tips were $66.79. The only issues I have with Grubhub was I did have to reject the order on March 10th, and that was because I didn't want to go there. And it was because it was too far from where I was located. And then one order was actually removed because I didn't want to wait, because they don't pay for excessive wait time. And so they removed it, but they penalized me for removing it. So I was kind of bummed, but overall Grubhub did throw some good orders towards my way. The next platform and the last platform that I actually worked in was Instacart for a total of $184.58. That is broken down in 8 batches. Instacart payment is $72.16. The tips was $96.42 that have posted. The pending tips is $16 because I am recording this ahead of time. Then it's cleared. The customers still have time to reduce or increase their tip. So I additionally didn't do anything with Ship this week. Still no good orders, not willing to go that extra mile. So the total earnings for the week is $375.72. So I met my weekly goal of $250. I met and exceeded my stretch goal of $350. So all in all, I am so happy with that. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to be part of my village. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. To all my returning subscribers, thank you. Everyone hit that thumbs up, and please share this with your family, your friends, and your coworkers. Peace out.